What's up everyone and welcome back to a new video on the channel. Today I'm going to be testing out the Sport Truck XR Black Label, the Saleen F150 basically. So this is a car that was added to the game obviously with the new car pack, so I'm testing out every single car from this car pack just to have a look and see what it's like. This looks good, I like it, it's very simply built. But yeah, I wanted to try this out, obviously, because it's a new car and I wanted to see what it's like. There's so many F150s in this game. Like, there's so many different ones. There's, like, the Velociraptors and the regular Raptor, and then there's the Birdie Design trucks, and then there's this Saleen truck, and then there's just so many different versions of the F150 in this game. But I think, I mean, the Velociraptor has to be up there, right? Would be, like, one of the coolest ones. But this one I actually really like as well. I mean, power-wise and everything, like, visually, it doesn't look that much different. I like the big chunky wheels. I like the wheels just in general as well. I like the big light bar at the front. I hope it works when you're outside. I don't think so, though, but I hope it does. It is nighttime. Yeah, it doesn't work. That kind of sucks that it doesn't work. Sounds good. And weirdly enough, it turns really well on the road. What? Should I turn this into like a racing truck for on-road racing? What the hell? Look how nicely it turns in. What? Why is it doing this then? I know it's B-class, but why is it turning in so nicely? Bro, what? What the? Why? Why does this feel like a car to drive? It doesn't feel like a truck. It's just it's like got the tiniest bit of delay because it's got these big tires on it. But other than that, why does it feel so like car-like? There you go. That's. Why is it so nice to drive on a road? Makes no sense at all. Alright, cool. Well, we have this now. There you go. Cool. I'm still missing 7 cars, bro. Like, where are these 7 cars that I'm missing? Like, I don't know what they added into the game that I'm missing 7 of them. To be honest with you. Oh yeah, the Barbie movie stuff. I remember all the Barbie movie cars as well. They all have to come. I'm guessing that's that's all for the next season. But yeah, this is the Saleen F150, basically. I want to do stuff to it. Weirdly enough, it just handles on the road. It just makes no sense to me why it's like this. But let's try it out. Let's see what we can actually do to this thing. So we can give it, obviously, the off-road racing tires. The handling on this is at 3.5, but I think it's a little better than 3.5. Our off-road ability, though, with it goes up to 10. I want to try and build this thing maybe to the top of its class and try to take it racing, because I feel like that could work quite well. Let's try top of B class. I think we can probably do a lot of things to this thing. Even engine swaps and everything like that. Yeah. I knew that we were going to be able to do stuff like this. So I want to see if this thing can hopefully, or maybe, try to see if we can dethrone the Mercedes X-Class. Because that thing is goated. It's like one of the best in the game for off-road racing. So we'll try to see what that's like. As for the front end, that's not adjustable. This is adjustable. Do we want front aero though? That is the question. I feel like this thing drives nicely without the front aero, so I don't know. Maybe I think once we get a little bit more speed into it, maybe we could use a bit of front aero, so I think we should probably change it. It's got a lot of stuff going on with the front end of this thing. It's weird that like a bash bar at the front with a winch is front aero adjustable. Like, it's understandable when you have the normal Forza stuff and it gives you like the splitter, right? Splitter, you know, could be adjustable, but yeah, I don't know how this is adjustable. Bring it to the top of A class and we'll see how good this thing is to drive. And yeah, like I said, the wheels are fine. I'm not going to change those. I'm not going to engine swap this thing either. I'm going to leave it the way it is. As for this, I'm going to have to give it the race transmission, so we can actually start adjusting the. It's weird. Why? I mean, it changes gears at the same speed. I think it's just the way it's tuned. I don't know. That's just very strange to me. That's different. We'll just buy this. Doesn't matter. Everything here is bought. Now I need to just give it a bit more power, right? Try and bring this thing to the top of its class. Top of A class. What's the exhaust sound like? That sounds good. That sounds really good. I mean, this thing is gonna have a stupid amount of power. It's also still gonna be all-wheel drive as well. Oh my god. Bro, what? So we've done everything on this thing right now. Wait, have we? It's still not at the top of its class. It's still only at 792. Have we done everything? Right, I have. I'm just double checking just in case. 955 horsepower, and it's still not at the top of A class. I mean, sure. Sure, I guess. I don't know what else we can do to this thing to get it to the top of A class, unless we like engine swap this thing. I'm guessing putting the racing engine in it would probably be a better idea, right? Because it would make it lighter as well. But I guess the standard engine is nice. 1,000 Newton meters of torque. But it's lighter. It's like, it's already significantly lighter. I'm gonna put this engine in it. I'm gonna put that engine in it. I'm gonna leave it NA as well, but we're gonna have to try and upgrade a couple of things on it. I just want to bring this thing to the top of A class so we can actually test out the way this thing handles. Because by the looks of things, it's really decent on road anyway. So surely this can be like really, really good off-road. I think that's pretty much it, right? It's just a flywheel that I could change. So our off-road ability with this thing, it goes up by a lot. Now makes 958 horsepower, which is more than what it did before, and it weighs less. Weirdly enough. I think it just has less torque, right, this time around? Reconnect controller. It's still connected. Stupid game. It's still connected. Buggy PC, Windows, whatever it is that's breaking with this PC. Every now and then it just randomly disconnects my controller. Okay. 10 speed. Oh, it's because I edge swapped. I'm dumb. Wait, what? Wait, that makes no... Oh, no, wait. It's a 10 speed as standard. What am I talking about? I'm silly. I'm silly. I'm stupid. I'm an idiot. Okay. Well, this is pretty much the standard setup here. I'm going to mess around with this soon because it's going to take a little bit. And I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, well, it's built in A-class. It pulls really hard. This is what I'm talking about. Like, why is this handle on road like this? I genuinely feel like this could be a really good cross-country car. The stats just don't... They just don't compute with the way this thing actually handles. What's the grip like off-road, though? Oh, it's there, alright. It's the same as the on-road. I can just see how easy the front end just turns in. Yeah, the front end just turns in wherever you want to point it. It just keeps going. This is really good. What? I think they made it so these DLC cars actually end up being quite nice to drive without completely being way too overpowered. Because I'm pretty sure every single one of them so far has something. Like, they're just really well, like, done. Like, really well built. And they handle really, really well. What car did I use for this? Oh yeah, the Honda Trophy Truck was unbelievable at this. The International Scout, yeah, the Scout was always good at these. Then we have the Bone Shaker as well. And the Honda Trophy Truck I just ended up using because I was sick. And then I think even some Mercedes X classes. I want to see if this can be up there with these cars. I just want to see. I just want to see. I want to test it out. I'm choosing that small track because it's easy to do a few laps with it, and you know, it uses a little bit of on-road and off-road racing as well. And I want to try it out because I think acceleration is nice. I think grip on-road and off-road just feels nice as well. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be as fast as the Bone Shaker though. I think the Bone Shaker is just in a league as its own. Yeah, man, the way this thing just takes corners, it's just really good. Like, I can't fault it. It just does such a good job. And even on-road, look at the tight racing line that I'm having here. What the... How? I need to mess with my gear ratios though. These are not the right gear ratios for this. I need to get it to accelerate quicker. Like, it just pulls in so tightly at the corners. It's crazy. Alright. I just made my final drive a lot shorter. Acceleration should be a little bit better, and I can stay in a different gear now for these runners, and it won't feel like I'm in the wrong gear all the time. It does have a 10 speed, but I changed this to like only a 6 speed. A 6 speed or a 7 speed, I don't know. I'm not even going to end up using probably all the gears anyway. Dude, this is genuinely a really, really good truck to drive. Tried to put on the power a little earlier, but try and make a bit of space here as well for the next lap. Even the jumps don't phase this thing. Like the jump sometimes like throws your truck off course or whatever, your car of course a bit more, but no, completely unfazed. Not the best of lines from me, but I'm keeping up the bone shaker. What the hell? You see what I mean? I'm keeping up with the bone shaker. He didn't actually get ahead of me that much. I still ended up crashing into a bunch of things, so it ended up slowing me down a lot more, but... It's like some corners that I'm actually catching him. See? What the hell? I know he's not like at the top of any leaderboards or anything like that, but like the fact that I'm keeping up with the bone shaker on this track is just stupid. Yo, this thing is actually sick. I had to try and get it not to go sideways that much. Oh, there we go. I knew I'd mess up that lap somehow. There's still things I need to break, you know? Every single lap I'll end up like breaking something new that I didn't break the lap before. Oh, oversteering here. I need to fix that issue. What I'm doing there is like I'm kind of lifting off slightly, so I need to slow down because I'm going a bit too fast. But I'm oversteering, and then obviously I'm losing a bit of time and a bit of speed. No, that's way too fast in the corner. Bro, I'm genuinely impressed. It's doing a really good job. I want to try it on the El Descenso, whatever you want to call it. In A-Class. I don't think it's... I don't know if it's going to beat anything. Like, I mean, the Mercedes S-Class, right, was the one that's used for this track. For the downhill. But this thing is so good that I think it could possibly rival it. Or maybe even try and beat my time with it. I think it's the X-Class that I ended up using for that. Where is it? There it is, right here. Yeah, I think they made it just good enough, these cars, but they didn't, like, surpass it. Oh, I used the trophy truck here as well in A-Class. Okay, I want to try to see if I can beat my PB, which is, what, 2 minutes? Yeah, there's the X-Class at the top with 155. I mean, that's reasonable to think that that's going to be at the top. Well, not at the top, like, Don Juan Song did it in the top with a top 1,000. Alright, I want to try it. I want to see. I think I need to actually stretch my gears out now more, because I think my top speed is going to be different now. Obviously, because I'm going to go downhill quite a bit. Okay, that's done. And then I also got rid of the aero because I know I need a lot of top speed going down this hill, so we'll see. Better launch then on the Honda. I don't think I'm actually going to be able to keep up with this thing. I think the Honda has like much more power. Doesn't that thing have like the 1800 horsepower engine in it? I can't actually remember, to be honest with you. Oh yeah, it's 6 speed as well. I ended up changing this to 6 speed. It just didn't change the characteristics of the way this thing drives. It still has so much grip. I just don't have the power. I just don't have the power. It feels like it's being held back. I feel like this thing should be able to do 200 miles an hour. Especially down that hill. It's so easy. But it just feels held back. Bro, this thing has so much grip. Yeah, I don't think this is the right track for it. Why does it feel so, like, big and bulky and heavy, though, here? It's such a weird feeling, because it feels really lightweight when you're around corners, but as soon as you, like, try to accelerate, or when you're doing that jump, it just feels so bulky and heavy. Very strange. Very, very strange. Weird. Weird. I think an S1 is gonna be even worse. I think an S1 is just not gonna be good at all. Yeah, it's weird. They made it so it's just good enough to kind of keep up with the big boy cars, but just kind of being held back. That's exactly what this feels like. They made it almost OP. Almost. Which is such a weird thing to do. But I think they made it so it's not like a pay to win type of car, if that makes sense. You know? Like they made it so it's like yeah, you can do stuff like this, you know, it handles really well, but like just not enough. Just not enough. Now I was thinking about, just before we finish off here, if I could try and see and do something here interesting. Does it drop my PI by quite a bit? It does drop my PI by quite a bit if I make this thing rear wheel drive. So let's try and make it rear wheel drive and give it that extra power and see now if this thing is able to do anything interesting here. So again, with the transmission, if we put I'm gonna put a 7 speed in it this time around, and again by the off-road div. So now it has more power and less weight, but it's rear wheel drive. I still think because the way that this thing is shaped, I don't think this is gonna be able to keep up with the Honda. That's what I think. I don't think this is gonna be able to do much. Like, I'm trying to think, like, what else can we possibly do to this thing to get it to be better? I think as soon as we start changing things, like wheel size, as soon as we start doing wheel size stuff, because I think over here, right, if I end up upgrading something, it goes up by like 59 horsepower. I mean, we could probably do this. This gives us quite a bit more power. I mean, it adds a tiny bit more weight, but it gives us a little bit more power. We could probably do that. And then what can I possibly do here? I could probably change like one of the wheel sizes, right? We could probably just do something like this. There you go. Could go 19s on the front and the rear. Oh no, it's just the front. Yeah, we could probably just do that. There you go. Now we have more power. It does add a little bit more weight, but we have significantly more power than what we had before. And I think the weight is now similar to what we had initially. The thing is, though, it's now all going to the rear wheels. So how is that going to affect us? Alright then. Let's go again. Let's go again. Oh my god. As a rear wheel drive, this thing's wild. It's so weird. It definitely has a much higher top speed now than what we had before. It doesn't actually drift wide too much or anything like that. It's just a little bit more wild. Kind of like tries to throw its ass around a little bit because of the power. Yeah, but if you're smooth on the throttle, it's fine. Still like falling behind though. Yeah, I think it's honestly just the shape of it. Look how bulky, look at where I landed. Look at where I landed. I landed in the middle of the... Yeah, it's just not it. This is not it. It's just not good enough. It's not a good enough car to go top 1,000. It's... I don't know how else to describe this thing. It's a fun truck. And I think for some of the cross-country events, especially as an all-wheel drive, not as a rear-wheel drive, like the way I'm driving it now. But as an all-wheel drive, I think it's up there. It's like just on the edge of it being like OP or being very, very good. But it's just not there. Which is a little disappointing, because I wish that we'd had like something, you know, that would kind of trump the Mercedes S-Class or the Bone Shaker or something like that. But then again, if they did that, then this would be like such a pay-to-win car. So I never expected any of the cars that we've had from this car pack to be like very OP, but I definitely expected them to be like, very good. You know, like you're paying for the car pack, you know. So that's the reason why I'm saying that. But this was the last car from the car pack. If you haven't seen any of the previous videos where I checked out all of the other cars, then go check those out on the channel. And yeah, I guess we'll leave it there. I don't know why I'm drifting this thing, to be honest with you, but it just felt like the right thing to do. But that's gonna be it for today's video for the Saleen Black Label. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Very cool truck. It drives really, really nicely on-road and off-road, weirdly enough. Even on-road, it seems to drive really nicely. Did I just whip a reverse entry with this thing? What's going on? What is this truck? I love this thing, man. Very cool. Well, anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.